Hey everybody, this is Balaji for Goddess Talk, and I have with us Rakiya Burton. Say hi, Rakiya.
Hey.
What's going on today?
Nothing much.
Came from St. Pete?
Yep, all the way from St. Pete to
Yeah,
Tampa.
I'm just saying, like, I always tell people, like, I really do love the fact that I do get a lot of St. Pete people. I dropped something. A lot of St. Pete people out here. So tell the audience who may show up on live. We're still going to repeat this when we get on the actual radio. But tell the audience who you are and what do you do.
Okay, well, I am Rakiya Burton. You can call me Rakiya Burton. I am a doula and certified lactation counselor of Sankofa Lactation Birthing Services. Sankofa, yes.
Yes.
Go back and
Return.
reclaiming the postpartum.
Yes. Okay, so Sankofa. So I just had my nails done. So that's the other Sankofa sign. So that's real funny that we talking Sankofa. I'm just saying because most people know the bird Sankofa, but there's two Sankofa signs.
Right.
And this is the one I have on my nails. I wish I could show y'all, but that's what. There we go. If you could see it. This was all for gods and angels, but Sankofa, which is yes. So I have the other one here. I have the I can't remember. God. Yes. Yeah, it starts with a G. But Sankofa. Why did you come up with that name?
Well, I came up with it because I was thinking about in birth work anyway. Our ancestors, they used to do this work.
Okay.
They were like the epitome of healing bodies and birthing children. And they didn't have phone calls like our cell phones we have now. Nobody could call and say, hey, this person is giving birth. Come over here. No, they already knew everything they had to do to get the baby out. Everything to heal the body, even going through prenatal stages. It wasn't a prenatal vitamin that they gave, like, hey, take this. No, they didn't have that. So I was thinking now in today's day, to go back, reclaim postpartum, and reclaim the birth work that we and our ancestors
originated.
did. To bring it back here now. So, Sankofa, I'm going back and getting it.
Yeah, that's dope, though. So, now, how long have you wanted, because I know you said this is something like a lifelong dream to even do it. So, how long have you wanted to do this work? Oh, let me go live on Instagram, too, so people can see it there, too.
Now, let me see. Probably at the tender age of 10. I used to be in my grandma's back family room, and I would watch the birthing channel. It was Baby Day. Yes, I would watch that early in the morning.
See, that's the thing. I used to, but it was like sometimes it got a little too much for me. And I was like, nah, homie, I'm good.
No, I loved it. And my grandma would tell them, nobody go back there and bother Rakiya. She watching her shows. That was my show.
So that was your shows. You was the birthing stuff.
Everything about birthing, or everything about labor. I wanted to bring children and lives into the world in the way that I knew how to do it.
That is too funny.
You know, do birth, but I've always, like, the end goal will always be a midwife.
Being a midwife. So
right
right now you are a doula. Okay, so talk about the duties of a doula. So we know what a doula is and what a midwife is, and, you know, what your transition is going to be to being that midwife.
Eventually. So a doula, she advocates, or she will advocate for the mother or whoever is pregnant, you know. We aren't the voice. We help you find your voice, but we are there for you to help you get through labor, educate, you know, empower you to help you feel like you can get through this birth, you know, birth your child into the world. We are like your companion, really, you know.
And then a midwife, what's the duties of a midwife?
The midwife is the professional. They are the ones who actually write the scripts, or they're the medical providers. Say, you know, they can go ahead and catch the baby. They can catch the baby. We can coach you through bringing out the baby.
So there's so now that's something I didn't know, because I was like, I thought the doula was actually
catching,
so that's why you're going through nursing school, to be able to get to that spot.
Exactly.
And how many years does that take?
Well, 2 years for RN, and it'll be probably like 2.5, 4 more years. Or either way, I'm going. So 6 years.
6 years
dedicated.
Altogether.
I'm going.
Okay, so when did this journey start for you?
2005.
So talk about that.
So
first, that was your first time?
Yep. Graduated from Gibbs High School, St. Pete, and went to St. Petersburg College. So I started there.
Okay.
St. Petersburg College for about a year and a half. Then I moved to Georgia. Was up there for 5 years. I went to school up there, Georgia Perimeter College. Did not graduate there because I got pregnant. December 2010 is when I had my first son. That was when I was supposed to graduate. So now, being that I graduated this December on their birthday, it was like...
It was full circle.
Yes.
It was full circle.
Well, like mint.
Because most people would think, okay, my getting pregnant or whatever ruined my life or stop something. No.
I felt like I had to go down this path. I really had to go down the path to understand birth work, understand how to be a doula, what a doula was, about lactation anyway. And just to go through the journey of having a baby in different ways I did in the hospital setting, water birth at a birthing center. I felt like I had to go through the journey so then I could be able to help somebody else if they wanted to, have a birth at a hospital or birthing center or a home birth. Because birthing center and home birth, they could be the same but different. Home birth could be like if you wanted to have your baby at your home. In the birthing center at the birthing center, but the people at the birthing center can also come to your home.
Okay, so there's the opportunity to have them come to the home without physically having to leave your house.
Exactly.
Because that was another thing, is like, I don't have any kids. Just want to let y'all know that disclaimer. I don't have any kids. But I feel like I'm preparing myself for when I do get to that spot, because it's like I want to put certain things in place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Meaning that, hey, what do I need to know? And the lactation situation. So that was really why I think I was really excited when I saw you always posting about that stuff. So what is lactation? Because basically we as women, we have breasts, and it's not just for sexual stuff. It's actually for feeding our children. So it is a nourishing.
The number one.
Yeah, that's the number one use.
That is the purpose of our breasts.
Is the boobs are for the baby.
Yeah.
But we know other things come from that, but it's really for that.
Yeah.
So what is lactation specifically?
Lactation is breastfeeding, basically, is the milk that we produce out of our breast. And the way that we do it is all hormones, like the oxytocin and prolactin. When the baby suckle on the nipple, then the it's production of the breast milk. Yeah. But I've really been into it, not really into it, But
she's obsessed with the
you're right. I'm obsessed with my boob. But I've been breastfeeding. I have 3 boys, 9, 6, and 1 now. And I've breastfed all of them. The 1-year-old, we're still going strong. Well, he's 15 months, still going strong. But I've always advocated for breastfeeding. Breast is best. But if you have to do formula supplement, then you have to. But as long as the baby is being fed, that is what matters.
Okay. So now, for those women who do have hard time producing milk, because is it true that everyone can produce milk? Or is there sometimes there's going to be issues that will cause you not to produce or produce not enough for the baby?
There could be issues, depending on if you're on types of medications, then they may be a reason why you're producing less. But we are producing, and if you're having an issue with producing your breast milk, or you feel like your breast milk isn't in yet, which they would say it hasn't come in yet, but it comes and it's colostrum and it's just a little bit and it's enough for the baby. It's just enough for the baby. But you can produce enough to feed your child, but it all depends on what obstacles or what's going on in your life or whatever you're eating or whatever you're taking that you may not be able to
Hey, RJ.
produce enough or feel like you don't produce enough. But you can always tell by the diapers, like how many wet diapers they have, how many dirty diapers they have.
Okay, so somebody just commented. She was like, it's really interesting that we're having this conversation. Her name is Niosis. She's like, this is very interesting because she's literally on the way to see her daughter in NICU right now.
And she can breastfeed her daughter while she's in the NICU.
Okay,
also.
Yeah, so Nitra, hey Nitra. Nitra said, no breastfeeding shaming. A lot of people do that. So, shaming of breastfeeding. Yeah. Because now if you're out and about, they want you to put something over the baby.
Well, in all 50 states, you are legally allowed to breastfeed your baby.
I feel like I find somebody walk up on me telling me.
How would you feel if somebody say, oh, you should cover it. Okay, you cover yourself while you're feeding yourself. Like, how do you feel with a blanket over your head and you're eating? No, my baby, the first one, all of them really. No one likes to be covered up while you're breastfeeding. It's hot. Yeah. Even if it's cold outside, still, they're uncomfortable. Like, just let them breastfeed. Yeah. That's the purpose of the breast, is to feed your baby. Okay.
And that's the sole purpose at that time. I'm not just splashing the boob. Just to flash the boob.
And if you're uncomfortable, you should check yourself and figure out, why do you feel so uncomfortable? But this is natural.
Yeah. But the thing is, originally we were talking about Sankofa,
yes.
right? So, reiterate again the name of your company.
Sankofa Lactation and Birthing Services.
And this is based in St. Petersburg.
Yes,
St. Petersburg, Florida. But it's really the Tampa Bay area.
Mm-hmm.
So you're willing to take customers throughout the Bay.
Right.
All right.
Clearwater, St. Pete, Tampa, even like, I'll stretch. Yeah.
Okay. So how could they get in contact with you?
Well, they can get in contact with me on Facebook and under Sankofa Lactation Birthing Services. You can also call 727-308-1798. They get in contact with me, set up an appointment if you want me to come and
consult
for lactation, birth, or postpartum, doula work. If you need a doula,
she's right here. Okay, so now as a doula, just kind of give me a breakdown of what, if I contacted you, I'm pregnant.
Okay.
What happens from there? Just tell me. Because I'm like, look, I'm in no rush, by the way. I let y'all know I'm in no rush to get down there. But what would happen once that came about?
Once you contact me and to find out so we'll go on an interview. You contacted a lot of doulas in your area just to make sure that you bond with them. Just make sure this is the doula for me. This is the person that I want with my journey. So then you'll find out how far along you are. What is your birthing plan?
Okay.
And do you know where you want to birth? Hospital, like you were saying.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want to do a home birth.
Different ones: hospital, home birth, or a birthing center. A birthing center can also.
So those are the three options right now: hospital, home, or birthing center. Okay.
And then we'll figure out the appointments you have. If you want me to come to the appointment with you, or if you want to go to it yourself and then relay the message or whatever they said.
Okay.
If you have any issues, any problems, then you can come. And we'll discuss whatever, and then you can go and talk to your provider. Or even, I don't know, just if you want to go the herbal route and start taking, they have prenatals that they give us through your pharmacy. Okay. Or if you want to make your own.
So there are prenatals that you can make yourself that are holistically probably better for us than the stuff that, All right. So now, being a doula, this is a service, okay? This ain't a free service.
It's not a luxury.
It's not a luxury. It's not a free service.
Yes. You need.
Yes. So can you talk about what exactly the service entails? Because you just gave a couple things like the appointments and stuff like that. But now, let's say we're getting closer to birthing. What would then be what you would do?
So you would call when you know you're close. You would call me, and then I would come wherever you're having your baby, home birth. So then I would be on my way en route to the birthing center or your home birth. Have my doula bag, and come just set up, and however I would be in tune. We would be in tune with each other. Okay. Just seeing how you're going through your contractions, breathing. If you need some pressure relieving, with a rebozo, it's like a let me see, a Mexican cloth. It's really, really big, and you can put it on. It releases pressure, from your body in different ways. Oils, you just need to relax, calm and stay. Lavender. You can use some other ones, but you have to know if you're on any kind of medications, then you don't want to use clary sage. That can speed up your birth. But
if you're the funny thing, I do have clary sage as the essential oil that I do put in my when I'm doing my spiritual baths. I put it in my bath. And clary sage is actually something that really does draw. It does. It does. It pulls whatever. A lot of these essential oils, number one, are stimulating, by the way, especially lavender. Yeah. But now, what does because now we know doulas really deal with the women, but what is your contact like with the men?
With the men. So we include them also because it's a partnership. So if they're there and we can help him become the doula. Okay. Yes.
Train him. Train the trainer.
Go ahead, you do this.
It's your fault in the first place, by the way, that she's in this situation. So you need to make it better for her.
Just help him to be able to guide his woman, his partner, whatever you want to be. Help him to be able to guide them so they will feel stronger and closer together, and the connection to be able to, when she has the baby, it'll be a better bond. Okay. We'll stand back and watch it. If they need us to step in, we'll step in.
And that's what the doula. So now you said postpartum. So what is that like after the fact?
The postpartum is after the birth, after you had your baby and everything, where most of the women get left. Okay.
Yeah, because with this, especially within our community.
They're focusing on baby, and they forget about the mother. So you have to mother the mother. So that's what I want to be there for also. Fix her meals, help you know, with the baby anyway, help them bonding. That's also where lactation come in at. So when she's breastfeeding, help to correct the latch if the latch is off. Just being there for her. Just, you know, they say it takes a village, but where's the village after the baby gone?
And what is your follow-up after, like, let's say like, postpartum? How long usually will follow-up be? Follow along.
I would say probably for me, 6 months.
Okay. Until you're very comfortable and in it.
And then they can still call even then. Okay. Anything, you know, any little thing, you can still call. You can still reach out. You might have my page, reach out. All
right, so drop the link again, because we're about to technically, not a break, but we're just going to get set up just to get on the thing. But how can they contact you again? So Sankofa?
You can contact me on Facebook, Sankofa Lactation and Birthing Services. And you can also contact me on Facebook, well, my phone number, 727-308-1798.
1798. So, just give us a second. RJ, you ready to go? So, I think there's a commercial going on right there, right now. So, here you go. Whichever headphone you want to use, you go ahead and use that. But if y'all have any questions, please make sure that you drop it in there. Nitra, she just answered that question saying that she could do it for at least, what she's done is there's been about 6 months follow along. But it's really depending on you, your family, your situation, how long you want the doula to continue to follow you through the process. I'm trying to think. There's just so much. Like, I know we talked about a couple things before, but for, like I said, for me, like, not in a rush, you know.
If you do rush, I'm here.
I was like, I do know who to contact. Not in a rush. But, you know, if it was to happen, like I said, I would contact you, and that's what it would be. So, what is a birthing plan? We about to get on? Or is it a second? Huh?
You fine.
Okay.
So your birthing plan is just like how you want your birth to go. So you'll let the medical professionals or whoever is going to be around, let them know what kind of birth you want. I want this here. I don't want this. I want to be, you know, stuff like that. Just make sure that you know what you want in your birthing plan. So then everybody will know, okay, well, she doesn't want loud music, or she wants calming, soothing music, or she doesn't want this person in the room.
I saw that, like, okay, I don't want to be touched versus I do want touching, and it's just like, okay, what, okay.
certain things, like, the second birth for me, I did not want to be touched.
Okay.
Like, don't touch. It was, I don't know, a weird feeling. But the first and the third,
rub me down.
I'm good.
All right, so right now, like you said, we're in Tampa Bay. And so with that happening, you know, how often do you see people, like, I know you said that this birthing center that you talked about, that they just popped up literally after you had your last baby.
So they've probably been around now, probably 5 or 6 years.
Okay. Okay, so you went to them the last baby, but the second baby,
that's 6
they
years
came.
now.
Okay, they came
They
after.
came, like, literally after. I was like, ugh.
So what can people look forward to with the birthing center?
Well, it depends on what they want in there, because at the birthing center you can have a water birth, or you can still birth on the bed but still upright, you know, whatever position. But I had a water birth, so that's what I was looking for. It was amazing.
Like, did you take videos? Because
my sister was there. She videoed the entire thing from start to end. It was like amazing. Everything I wanted. You feel no pressure.
All right, we're about to get together. No, we're actually coming on now. Hey everyone, this is Balaji. This is Goddess Talk on In Touch News. We have our wonderful guest, Rakiya Burton. But Rakiya, say your full name, because I know. Once you sent me that, I was like, oh, I didn't know that was your real name. What is Larika?
It's Larika Rakiya Burton.
Larika Rakiya Burton. And you are the owner of Sankofa?
Sankofa Lactation and Birthing Services.
Okay, so drop the contact so you can find her on Facebook. But what is the phone number again?
727-308-1798.
Okay, so Sankofa, we mentioned, is from Ghana, all right, and it means to return or to go back, right, and go back and get it, all right. So everything that we have, we are returning to get it, and you said we're returning to get the postpartum, just all the things.
Reclaiming the postpartum, going back to get everything our ancestors did before for us.
Yeah.
You know, well, for the ancestors and birth, going back there and learning all the techniques they've done, bringing it back now to how we're supposed to birth.
Yeah, within this, number one, where we find ourselves,
right.
just in this country, in this particular region, because I'm trying to think in my head, have I even heard about this stuff in Jersey? And my thing is, at the end of the day, I wasn't thinking about kids, so I definitely wasn't looking for it. But now it's like, all right, now I'm getting there, possibly. And it's like, all right, so now I need to be aware and knowledgeable of what's going on with my body and what could happen with my body. So, Sankofa, tell us how you came about to getting to where you wanted to start your business. How did you get to that?
Well, this year has been a year of clarity for me. So I reached out, I seen a flyer on Facebook. It was last year about this time, about becoming a doula. I've always wanted to be a doula. So when I seen that, I was like, let me hurry up and reach out and find out, how can I get into this class, right, the training. And reached out, and it was with Jenny Joseph, the midwife, and Kathy Bradley, the lactation counselor. And I reached out and was able to get a spot in the training. So that was like what really started off. It was the fire, because I was ready to give up. I was like, maybe this isn't happening for me. Maybe it's not the path I'm supposed to be on, but it's the path that I've always wanted to be on.
Because you said you've been wanting to do this your whole life. So just tell us, just growing up, being Rakiya, how I guess you was always watching those shows.
Always.
You said, so tell us a little bit.
Channel, it was baby day in the morning. I would be in the family room, in my grandma family room, watching the baby day early in the morning, and my grandma would be like, don't bother Rakiya, she's watching her shows. I would watch them from sun up to sundown.
Just birthing.
Everything birthing.
Look, I
everything.
had time for that.
I wasn't wanting to be a mother or anything. Like, for me, I never even wanted kids. Look, 3 kids.
3 kids later.
Like 3 kids.
I do want kids. I do. It's just like.
I was like
but you got 3 of them.
Yeah, and I
all boys.
3 boys. Exactly what I wanted. Because when I was 14, I said, God, please let me have all boys. I just want all boys. And he gave it to me.
He gave you exactly what you want.
Yes.
So that was where I would say, or you would say, your love for just the birthing of a woman, going through that process. That's where your love started.
It really took off.
Okay.
Yes.
And who in your life even got you into that? Nobody was into it?
Nobody at all.
You just out of nowhere, it's like, this is what you want.
I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, wow. And so now, you said that you are currently a doula.
Yes. Doula.
And you want to be a midwife, because then you can actually catch the baby by then. And you can actually write scripts and such, so that's going to take you a couple years, because now you're about to start nursing school.
Right.
But how long have you been a doula? Just within this past year?
The past year.
Okay.
Yep.
And what has it been like?
Amazing. I've learned so many things, seen so many wonderful women out there really doing the work, out there really doing it.
About just helping a woman have a child.
The whole thing, all helping them have the baby, different ways to have their baby, different techniques. It's so many different techniques, so many positions with birthing that you never really know. And one thing that I'm really proud of you about is researching how to have.
Because I wanted to have I said I wanted to have a home birth, number one, and I wanted to give birth standing up.
Right.
Because that is the most natural way.
Right.
Going back to our ancestors, all this laying back actually does cause a lot of complications. But I researched the fact that standing up, and or at least being in a squat position is the best, because your body would naturally squat by the time you're about to give birth anyway.
You need the gravity.
Yes. Yeah. And so that's something that I had researched. But then also when it comes to vaccinations, because we were talking about that as well, that, we're talking about breast milk, and breast milk can literally heal everything. Right. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm like, you don't want to stand in What's going on?
We have a guy here. He's just like, what the hell? His face, he was just like, oh, what?
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, but this is all stuff that we actually should talk about.
Everybody, right. You should know about
Everybody needs to be aware of this.
Know.
Because what we've been colonized to do and think is that there was only one right way, when actually our ancestors did a completely different way.
Yeah.
Completely different way. But then we talk about the kind of prenatals. Now they have you taking all these pills, but there's natural ways. So talk about some of the natural prenatal either vitamins or oils or whatever that.
Well, I know for one, nettle leaf.
Yes, I do have that essential oil. I do.
Well, nettle the leaf.
Yeah.
Make a tincture, make tea out of
yes.
it. It helps with your blood anemia. If you're low blood, that helps build that up. It helps with a calming effect for the body anyway.
Because you know what I did with it though? If Nitra's still here, I had made, because I always used to make my own like body butters. Mm-hmm. And that was something I had put in there. That was one of the essential oils I put in there. I was like, oh, I do have nettle. It's still sitting in a box. Nitra still has. She still has.
You can make your own. You can make your own baby powder instead of using the store bought. Yeah, you can make your own baby powder of what is it? Arrowroot and chamomile powder.
I do have arrowroot too. See,
it's amazing.
Yeah, there's so many different things. You don't have to just go by what. No, it's just
grows out of the ground.
And just
it's good for us.
And if you have one of those things, you just grind it up and you can use it as a paste.
Right.
But we were talking about with breast milk, like if your child is sick, that could actually heal them. Mm-hmm. And so now some people, it might be a little weird, but we were talking about like if a child has eczema or something like that.
Some breast milk on it. I got it straight.
Just put some breast milk on it could really help. Like, dead serious. And I was telling her how a friend of mine had told me that her husband got sick, and literally he drank some of the breast milk and he felt better. Dead serious.
It's the truth.
But it's real. Like, people don't understand, like, a woman's body, that's God. Like, that's why I say when I tell people, like, no, like, it's not just, just saying you're a god or a goddess for no reason. Like, physically, we are everything.
Magical, okay?
Everything.
Right.
And so midwives and doulas are the reason that a lot of us are able to, number one, even start the journey. Mm-hmm. All right. So now, what's next? Because now you have Sankofa. Mm-hmm. So it's now starting time to like start getting clients and all that.
I'll have like about 1 or 2 at the most for the year.
Because
as
you're
doula, right?
Yeah, because you're going back to school. And you don't trying to
balance
it. Right. Trying to balance it. So tell us the information for Sankofa again. So Sankofa, give us the whole phone name.
Sankofa Lactation and Birthing Services on Facebook, and the phone number is 727-308-1798.
Okay, so lactation.
Yes.
All right.
Breast
Give us a
milk.
Breast milk. The boobs are not just for they look good. You know, they serve a purpose. Number one, to feed a baby, and to heal I guess, a baby and a daddy. But what is lactation altogether?
It's basically breastfeeding, empowering a woman to breastfeed their child, or just be able to nourish your body, nourish the baby's body anyway. The right way, I guess. We are already, our bodies make everything our babies need. Mm-hmm. So. And
that's another thing I did see through research is that really your breast milk is coded for your child.
Yeah.
So it's like, really is. So like, there's some women who have had to breastfeed other people's children, but really the mother is really the one that's coded for her child to nourish the child.
And if they're sick while they're breastfeeding, it's like a vacuum suction, go in and out, and then it tells our body what to make to be able to heal this baby.
So it adds more vitamins if it needs to, or whatever else it may need to.
And as they grow, more produce.
Okay, so now for us as a people, because we understand during slavery that our ancestors, especially our women, were used to feed the masters, to feed everybody, literally. So talk about that, because again, they may have been out of childbirth, but then because they're still used to feed somebody else's child, that keeps them lactating.
Yes, but you can also relactate too. So if they keep lactating for the slave masters' children and whatnot like that, they keep lactating.
So you could be
not even their baby. Yeah, you can still lactate.
Because of the fact that it's still being used.
Exactly, it's still in there. In there. Even if you go like 5 years without lactating, not breastfeeding your child, you can relactate.
Oh, hell no.
That has happened
I got a problem. I got a problem with that. Like, hold up. First of all, because I already know, like, some people talk about, like, they'll just, like, have to wear, like, certain things to, so that they don't, like, do their shirts and stuff. But I could be done having kids, or at least done with my first child.
It won't come back like that.
Yeah.
They will have to literally be there sucking to make it, or you get pumped to try to make it come back.
Okay.
But, yeah, there was an article, I read it somewhere. and it was the mother, which was the grandmother. She took over, had to take care of the kids because something happened to their mom, and she was able to relactate because it was a baby, and relactate and was able to nurse the baby.
Oh wow!
I didn't know it was possible either until this year. Yeah,
I'm stuck on that. Like relactate.
I don't think so. I don't think I want to do that.
Like, nah, like, if I'm done, I'm done. I'm like, nah, these boobs are done. But there is a fear for some women, especially, I'll say our generation, about, we don't want to breastfeed and this and this and that. But talk about the benefits of breastfeeding, because there are great benefits for it.
So they'll say, you'll hear a lot of benefits for the baby, but what are the benefits for the mom? Like breastfeeding, it prevents cancer, prevents diabetes. Yeah, it's like if you breastfeed, there's a small percentage chance that you would get breast cancer.
Wow.
Way low. And that's one thing that people should really throw out there, like breastfeed to prevent cancer.
But again, I'm thinking it's preventing cancer during that time you're breastfeeding.
The entire time.
Okay.
The entire time of your life.
So now I have a question about that, because we do see, all this breast cancer awareness, and it's a lot of people's mothers, So are we to infer that possibly that they
didn't
breastfeed?
We could.
Wow. That now I got to research that. I've never heard of that before. Yeah. Okay, that's different.
Prevents cancer.
Look,
prevents diabetes. It prevents so many things. But
I'm gonna be doing that because my mom, she had 4 of us.
Things they're like, don't breastfeed because I remember the first time when I had my first one, somebody was like, well, don't breastfeed because then your breast will be saggy. Who cares? My baby need to eat.
See, now, I feel like I got some nice boobs, right?
Well, I didn't really have any until I had him, so.
Okay.
Stuff you won't get to.
No, but like that was a fear, and that's such a superficial fear, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn it, like, could they really just drop on me like that? Like, I feel like, hey, they maintain their their height.
Well, let me tell you, after 3 kids, nowhere.
Gravity hit you?
Right. I was like,
damn it.
Okay, I guess this is what I have to accept.
Okay.
Look,
I'm gonna have to deal with
they're
it.
not like elephants,
no. Thank God. Because I don't know how I would deal with that. But
and sometimes they don't drop. Sometimes they won't.
Nietzsche said it's still a fear. Yeah, like, come on. It's a fear. Somebody there? Oh, somebody just walked in? Who's that? I don't know who that is. Who walked in? Anyway.
It could be. People do have a big fear of their breast falling.
Yeah, so
they'll fall anyway.
Gravity will hit it, just in general.
Eventually.
Anyway. Who's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, so now Sankofa lactation.
It's still a fear.
It's still a fear, yeah. Like, hold up, homie. Like,
I am done. I don't want them to my knees.
Okay, so now just talk about the benefits for the child. Baby. Yeah, because that's really, honestly, that's what's most important.
Also prevents diabetes. It maintains their birth weight. Well, not the birth weight, because you don't want them to be like 6'3" all the time. But it maintains
my child may end up being 6'3".
All the time, like, even when they grow up.
What do you mean 6'3"?
I was talking about for life.
Oh, shoot, not right away. Nah, like, my family's tall as hell. Like,
you mean 6'3" in height?
Oh, what are you talking about? 6'3"?
Weight.
Oh, 6.3 pounds? Oh, sorry. I don't want to carry 6.3 pounds out the. Well, actually, they do come out like at 10 pounds.
The first.
Look,
well, either or, it'll still be healthy.
As long as the baby is healthy. That's really, honestly, that's always been my thing, because I was a sick kid, and it was just like, you know what, I just want a healthy baby. Like, that's all I got. Because some people was like, I want my baby to look like this and to do, and I'm like, I just want a healthy baby. Now, we'll deal with all those features after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like my mom always told me, she's like, she ain't had no ugly kids, so I'm not going to have a healthy baby. So I never had that fear, like, yo, my baby going to be ugly. I never had that. I just want a healthy baby.
Mine was, my only thing was I just wanted boys. That was it.
That was it. So now, how long, because I know some people, there's this whole argument, like, how long should you breastfeed or not breastfeed? You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you as a woman feel, because some people still breastfeed to like 6 years and 9.
I probably would have, but My first son, we did 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, 2.5 years. This one now, he's 15 months, so we're still going.
Okay.
You can go however long you want to. It is your body,
But they
your
got
baby.
teeth. I'm just thinking of somebody
Even when
biting.
they get teeth, no. When they get teeth, they're sucking. They're not trying to chew. They might nip a little bit, but hey,
Because
don't
I'm
do
like,
that.
get off. Why you just back off?
I think all three of them have bit me once. The first one, when he bit me, when he bit me, I was like, no, that's it. I took it away for a whole day, and then he never did it again. He was like,
what he would do with it?
No, a little nip here and there, you'll be all right.
Look, homie. I can tell you, so I can't. But with it, like with lactation and just with breastfeeding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are some women who aren't able to, the whole latching situation. So talk about what is latching. Like, is there obviously there's a way to do it properly, but most people feel like, oh, it's such a natural thing, it just happens. But then there is an anxiety, and then some women get depressed because they didn't get it the right way the first time.
Well, it's like riding a bike. You keep getting on, keep doing it. It's trying, keep trying until you get it right. Or reach out to somebody that can help you.
Okay.
So, just latching. Some of them, they can't, like, they say it's painful. Depends on the latch. Is he latching correctly?
Yeah.
All the things with latching. Are you holding him properly? Is his head able to come, do like a bobble little head?
Okay.
Instead of having your arm right behind them, they can't lean back to be able to get the nipple in to be able to drink the milk. It all depends on how they're latching. But some people, they just can't latch, or they don't want to do it because it's uncomfortable. Okay, you still have a choice. You can pump the milk if you don't want to pump formula, as long as the baby is being fed. That's all that matters.
So now let's talk about formula, because there's been a lot of things people say or do, putting rice in there to make it fuller.
Yeah, they say you're never supposed to do that. Yeah.
So you don't even need to have any of that stuff. Your breast milk can be just sufficient for your child.
Yes.
But some people feel like, because another thing is, I think just for us as a community, if the baby's not heavy, the baby must not be healthy.
Right.
And that's not the case.
Depends on how many diapers. What is the output of the diapers? How many wet diapers do they have? How many dirty diapers do they have?
And what on average, what's the normal?
8 to 10.
8 to 10 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because that's another thing. Because people are like, oh my gosh, diapers and this and this and that, and I'm like, how much are diapers?
Like, how much do you spend to go out to eat? About $20, right? Okay.
Oh, damn. If that's what we're going to talk about, because I like to eat.
See, and then you can put it to the side. You can go ahead and, buy a box of diapers, maybe $13, $17, $20. Buy it.
I literally did try to budget, if I did have a child, how that would look with my habits as a person, right? And I felt that I definitely need a couple extra grands a month just to have a kid in my life. Like, I was just like, because I don't want to, my thing is lacking anything. Like, okay, I want to have, but I still want my life to still be as full as it is. I still want to do certain things. Yeah, I don't feel like a child's going to take away from that.
Yeah.
Because we're just talking about childbirth, and then we're talking about child care and everything else in between. But now, what?
But even then, you can still, relax. You don't have, some people are working parents, you have to get right back to work.
Yeah.
But you can take a break. You just had a whole baby. Relax for yourself.
So what do you think should be the time off for a mother?
6 months.
At least, minimum.
Yes, at least.
Okay.
Minimum 6 months. I really believe that.
Okay. Because
sometimes it's not possible. I did so far. Thank God.
You've been able to do
the second. No, all three.
You're able to get at least 6 months.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Maybe just because I work, but then I do understand, with my employees that, hey, I'll be back to work X amount of weeks after or something, and I'm just like,
it wasn't paid leave.
And so that's the thing, because now then it's like, okay, everybody's talking about paid leave, and as an employer, my thing was that, hey, I wanted to take care of my staff after the fact, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a woman. I think I just understood. I didn't have to have kids for me to understand, but I saw what my mother went through, and she had 4 of us, and it's just like, and she was really grinding, and my dad was grinding right along, but it's just like, I could imagine what it would feel like to really just have that time off.
Right.
And the bonding time. So now when they talk,
Bonding. Yeah.
Bonding. So what should anybody expect, with bonding? Like, what does that really mean?
Well, I would say it's different with everybody. It depends on how you feel after you bond. Some people don't get it right away. But the bonding time is skin to skin right after you want to have that. Right after you have your baby, skin to skin. The temper, you and them, like, just feeling each other, vibing off each other, all that.
All that energy.
Yes, all of it just surrounding the baby and you. And then just bonding, looking into your child's eyes, being there, watching them grow. If you can get the 6 months off, you can watch. You'll see so many firsts.
Yeah. Because you're there to truly experience it.
And then some people, they don't get the bonding part. That's probably where it, the disruptive of the bonding time, because they had to go back to work. Or so now they miss the first walk or the stand, the smile, the reach, the head up. And they just miss it. So they don't feel like they bonded with their child correctly.
And then now for the fathers as well, so there is that petition to have time off as well for fathers. And what do you think about that?
I feel like they need it too.
Yeah.
Because they just did this. Okay, they didn't push the baby out, but they still created it. They were there.
They're part of their process.
They need to bond with the child and the mother also.
Because, like, for me, my dad was working. You know what I'm saying? And that, I think this is the thing our generation is trying to break, especially the difference between our generation men and my fathers, the baby boomers and so. They were just all about working and providing. Working, and so the whole bonding with their kids and being really active, like, emotionally, wasn't their thing.
Yeah, I don't know. My dad, he did.
My dad was very present. Like, my father and my mom were together. But it was just like, I know my dad was all about providing. You know what I'm saying?
Work,
yes. And so he was a very solid figure in our lives. But it was just like, I know, and I don't know if it's trauma or whatever, but it's just like, his generation.
It could be because they didn't see it. You know? If you don't see it, you don't really know how.
But he says his dad was very adamant. Like, all his kids had to be with him. Like, his dad was really about it. So I never felt like my dad, like, ditched us in any type of way. But I definitely, like, I love the fact that I see our generation really trying to embrace the emotional part and wanting to be part of the process. Not just thinking, okay, I just want to have a kid just to have a kid, but to actually
be there in their life, watch them grow, watch everything, be there.
Yeah.
They need that
That's
connection.
dope.
Yeah.
So give us the name of your business again.
Sankofa Lactation and Birthing Services.
All right, and phone number?
Me at 727-308-1798.
We're about to take a break. Huh? I can't hear you. Oh, okay. So I guess we're done. But Rakiya gonna have to come back. We owe her a good. We owe you a good hour. So this has been Goddess Talk with Balaji and my wonderful guest, Miss Rakiya Burton. That's what I know you as.
Yeah.
But we'll catch you next week on. Actually, no. This is the whole holiday. Yeah. I'm gonna be off for like 2 weeks. So I'll catch you when I get back in the new year. Y'all be blessed.
Well,
Peace.
Happy holidays.
Hey, yes. Y'all enjoy yourself.
Bye-bye.
Peace.